assets one, right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Then why did we add the cash and stock and all that from their record stuff?
Okay, see, actually the first transaction is started business with cash, right? So in the first transaction, what will be the two impact? First impact will be cash is coming into the business. Second impact will be capital is also coming into the business. Both these things are coming into the business. So in first transaction, cash and capital. Okay. And in the second transaction we have purchased goods, right? When the business will purchase goods are known as stock. So stock is an asset. Along with cash, one more asset is also increasing in our business, right? Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's the reason. So first cash we have already brought into the business while starting the business, and in second transaction the goods are purchased. So goods is also stock, asset for the business. What is stock? Stock is an asset. Now why stock is an asset? Why we are telling stock as an asset in our business? Because when we purchase goods, we will sell that goods to our customer and we will earn profit. So anything which give us benefit is known as an asset. Okay, anything. It may be our own property, it may be anything. So when we sell the goods to our customer, it give us profit. It help us in earning profit. That is the reason stock are always what? Asset for any business. Now you got it, or still having doubt, dear?
Ma'am, I understood, but I'll try it a few more times and see if I have a more.
Yeah, don't worry, we have lot of time. You try. Now today I will start the next question, and still you didn't went to school now. Once you will, the school will start again, they will start to tell you everything, so doubts will get cleared. Even if it is not cleared, I'm here to help you out only. No worries, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So as you shall take your note, you are maintaining separate notebook now for this accounts tuition, dear?
Yes, ma'am. A separate new notebook.
Very good. So now we will be doing the second question, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you can take page number 3, dear. Have you taken page number 3? Question number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So now what is the first transaction? Started business with cash. So whenever this type of transaction comes, started with business with cash means always you have to understand there are two impact in our business. There are two accounts involved. What are those? Just imagine yourself as a business woman. Whenever you are doing accounts now, accounts becomes very easy when you think yourself as a business woman. Suppose you are a business woman. Now you are starting any business, maybe any business, grocery shop, medical shop, shoe shop, anything you are starting. So for starting any business, what is required? Cash is required. Now you have to invest first some cash into the business. Then only you can start any business. So here also started business with cash means 50,000 cash we are investing. So we are bringing cash and capital. Cash and capital, whenever we start any business, there will be two impact in business. Cash is an asset and capital will come in the liability side. Capital is a liability for the business. Now, why we are telling capital is the liability for the business? Business is different from owner. Okay, we are preparing accounts for business, not for owner. What the business thinks, since the owner has invested capital, so it's a liability. Business thinks like that, and that should be returned when the business, suppose in future any time the business may be may come to an end, during that time business will return the capital to the owner. So capital is also treated as a liability from business point of view always. That is the reason the equation, what is the accounting equation? Assets equals to capital plus liabilities or liabilities plus capital. Liability means outside liability. We are purchasing goods on credit, we are taking loans, all those we need to make the payment, all those are outside liabilities, outsiders from whom we have taken things on credit. It may be cash or it may be goods. But capital, it is inside inner liability only, because owner is investing cash into the business, that is the liability. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am. So liability is something you borrow from someone or
Yes,
someone.
yes,
And capital is you pay yourself.
very good. So you call it, in accounts we call capital as owner's fund, because capital is the fund or the amount invested by the owner. So it belongs to owner. It is not outside liability. Okay, even though the business treat it as a liability, but liabilities in our business are of two types. One is external liability, one is internal liability. External liabilities means, like suppose business purchases any goods on credit from any outsiders. Now business needs to make payment to that outsider, who is known as creditors in our accounting term. So that is outside liability. Sometime business may take loan from bank, so the bank is an outside liability. Later on business needs to make the payment to the bank. Why I am saying again and again business, because owner is separate from business. Business is a separate thing, owner is a separate, both are not same, that's the reason. In the same way, capital is owner's fund, that is internal liability within the business. We are not borrowing fund from any outside person, we are borrowing fund from the owner. That is why it is internal liability. Within the business we are taking the fund. Something is getting clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubt you are having, dear? So far, anything you are not understanding, ask me.
Yes, ma'am. So far there is no.
Okay, fine. So can you tell me, started business with cash, have prepare that format, dear. Assets equal to liability plus capital, that accounting equation format, be ready with that. So that when each and every transaction we solve, you can write it down. Are you preparing, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Once you have prepared, let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Yeah, so first one you wrote, like serial number 1 you can write first one, and below the assets, first asset already came into the business, cash, and equals to liability plus capital. There below capital you can write 50,000, below cash you can write 50,000. Have you written?
Yes, ma'am. Right.
Okay. Now the second transaction, salary is paid. So suppose I am running a business, then I will have few employees into my business. Now I have to make salary payment to them for the work they offered to me, for the services they rendered to me. Now, as I am a businessman, so salary is an expense for me, right? Paying salary to employees, what is that? That is expense for me. So what will happen if I am a businesswoman and I am paying salary to my employees? Cash will reduce, right? Out of the cash only I am going to make the payment. So in the first transaction, I invested in my business 50,000 cash, 50,000 capital also came into the business. In the second transaction, I have started making expenses, making payments. How much salary I am paying? I am paying 2,000 salary paid. So 2,000 I have to subtract from my cash. So second you can put serial number 2. From cash you can reduce 2,000 rupees. Where this 2,000 has gone? I have paid salary to my employees. Now very important concept I have already made you write. What is that concept? Whenever any expenses or any losses happens in the business, we have to subtract from our capital. Whenever any income or any gain takes place, we earn any income, we earn any profit, any gain in our business, that you have to add in capital. I already made you write in the last class. Always revise the concept in this account so that it becomes easy when you do the sums. The same concept we are going to apply here. Salary. First you have to think whether salary is an expense or income. If you are making payment of anything to any person, obviously it is an expense. Now I am as a businessman paying salary to my employees. It is obviously expense for me. So what will be the two impact? First, it will reduce my cash. So that is the reason I am subtracting from cash 2,000. As it is an expense, I have to subtract from my capital also. So equals to that capital 50,000, from there you have to subtract 2,000. Yes, Manjusha, are you getting my point dear?
Ma'am?
Yes?
Yes, ma'am. But if there
ask
are
me.
more unemployed, then in that case?
What dear? What you are asking dear? Yes?
Ma'am, since the cash is 5,000 rupees, right, ma'am?
50,000 dear. Cash, not 5,000. It's 50,000 dear.
50. Yes, sir, 50,000. And
Yeah.
salary we're paying 2,000. So are we paying 2,000 for each employee or all of the employees?
All of the employees dear. When it is written salary paid, they didn't mention the number of employees, okay? So we don't have to think about all those things, okay? We have to see what is given in our question, okay? When they are saying salary is paid 2,000 means maybe our business is very small. Maybe we are having only one employee in our business. So we will be making payment to that 2,000 rupees. In this way you have to understand. So only 2,000 is paid because they didn't say na 2,000 is paid to per month to 10 employees. Then we have to calculate 2,000. Like that it will never come in our accounting equation. They will give the amount. Even if it comes, we have to do the calculation. But here simply they are saying salary paid 2,000 means only our salary payment is 2,000. That much you have to subtract from the cash in the business. Yes?
Yes.
Any other doubt? So have you written this second?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. After writing the second, what you have to do? Now you are going to write the new equation. New equation will come. Okay? So new equation 50,000 minus 2,000, 48,000 equals to liability so far 0. Till second equation we don't have any liability. So in place of liabilities, below liability you can write 0 in the second new equation. And here you can write plus capital. Capital was 50,000 in the beginning. Since we made the payment of salary 2000, now the capital has reduced to 48,000. Till here, any doubt, dear? Are you writing everything?
Yes, ma'am, I'm writing.
Yeah, understand and write. Okay, once you understand, it becomes very easy. It's a very, very interesting subject, you know. Accounts is very interesting subject. Once you get interest, once you understand the concept, you can score centum in accounts. That much interesting subject it is. Okay, no worries in accounts. It's very nice subject. So shall we move to third equation? Till second new equation you finished everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the third, wages outstanding. Wages are always paid to laborers. Salaries are paid to employees. Normally we say na, in factory lot of laborers are working. We have to make wages payment. So when we say wages means we are making payment to laborers, and laborers they usually work in factories. And when we are talking salary paid means salaries are always paid to employees. Okay. Now wages outstanding. Okay, so you have to write, like in the next page you can write important note, and this outstanding expenses is a new accounting term. Now what is the meaning of this outstanding expenses? See, what happens many times in our factory, the laborers work. Suppose this is the June month, so entire June month they work, they give our services to the business. Due to some reason, what happens, the business sometime may not be able to make the payment of wages. After like June 30th, they will be expecting to receive the wages from the business. Due to some unavoidable reason, they may not pay June 30, they may pay August, September. Okay, June month wages the business may pay to the laborers later on due to some reason. That we call it as yes, network issue, dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now it's clear. You came back.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear now.
Okay, fine. So due to some unavoidable reason, many time what happens, the business may not be able to make the payment of wages to the laborers in time. Later on they may make the payment. As I gave you the example, June 30th business needs to make the payment to laborers, the wages. Due to some reason it is not possible, so later on maybe July last, August or July 15th, some other date they will pay. So those type of expenses are known as outstanding expenses in our accounts. Now what is the meaning of this outstanding expenses? Business has already taken the services of the workers. Okay, services of the employees, but it didn't make the payment. The payment has become due. Okay, the payment has become due. Later on, business will make the payment to the laborers. This is the meaning of outstanding expenses, right? So now what is happening in our business? Wages, the laborers or the workers, they already have given their services, have rendered their services to the business. Business didn't make the payment, it will make later on. This is only outstanding expenses in accounts. So what is the treatment in our accounting equation? What we will do? Always remember one thing. You can write it down. Everything, these are the accounting terms you can write. Now write it down. What is outstanding expense? Payment has become due but yet not paid. You can write outstanding expenses equals to, or means payment has become due but yet not paid. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
You just write it down. What is the meaning of this outstanding expenses? Yes, written dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you understanding what is the meaning of this outstanding expenses?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Ma'am, is there a difference between wages outstanding and outstanding expenses?
yes, dear, outstanding expenses may be salary also, na? They may write outstanding rent, outstanding salary, outstanding wages. Means payment has become due but business has not yet paid. For example, outstanding wages means what? Wages has become due, expenses has taken place but business didn't make the payment. In the same way, salary, outstanding salary, you may get in your question. Now what is the meaning of that? Employees have worked for the business, business needs to make the payment end of the month, but business didn't make the payment. Later on it will make, didn't make means due to some reason, so later on it will make the payment, but at present what is the scenario? At present already payment has become due, business didn't make it, so those expenses are known as outside. It may be rent also. Okay, so like June month rent, business may need to have to pay to the landlord but didn't pay. It is an expense for the business. Business is running on a rented room. Now landlord will ask the rent. Due to some reason it will pay later on. So that is out, already expenses happened but business didn't pay. In simple meaning, if you under simple sense means expenses have taken place. Business didn't make the payment. Are you understanding now? It has become clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now what is the treatment in our accounting equation for this? Wages outstanding or salary outstanding, sometime interest outstanding. Any outstanding means payment has become due, business didn't make the payment. It may be salary, wages, interest, any expense. Now we should know what is the treatment. See, can you tell me, if salary paid, what is the accounting treatment? Just now we did, right? Salary paid. In where two places you will do this? Salary paid, how you will treat in our accounting equation?
We will remove it from the asset cash
Okay.
and the capital.
Excellent. Very good. Now, if I'm saying salary outstanding, then just think, don't see the answer or don't see, just think and tell me what you feel. Salary outstanding, will it reduce the cash?
No, ma'am.
You are right, it will not reduce cash. Can you explain why it will not reduce the cash? What is the reason?
Because it has not been given yet. It's still within the company or business.
Excellent, Manjusha. Excellent. That's what I want. Very good. You are understanding. Good understanding. Very good. Yes, of course. It has become due. That is why the accounting term is outstanding. Since we didn't make any payment, how the cash will reduce? Very, very good. That's the concept. Okay, here lies the concept. If you understand once, it becomes very easy for you. Very good. So now what you are going to do? So now you have to understand one thing. Okay, see, whenever any payment, any expenses has become due but business didn't make the payment, it's a liability. Okay, for example, suppose we are living in a rented house. June month over, we have entered into July 1st. Now we need to make the payment of rent for the month of June to the landlord, but due to some reason we are not able to make the payment in time, so it's a liability for us. Always we will be speaking, soon we have to make the payment of rent, we didn't make the payment, June month has crossed, July has taken place, landlord is asking, like this. So what is the meaning of this? There is a burden. Liability is always a burden. In the business also same thing happens. Okay, so whenever any expenses has taken place and payment has not been made, like our outstanding expenses, always outstanding expenses is a liability. You can write it down in important notes. Okay, write it down. Outstanding expenses are always liability for the business. For any business, it's a liability. You write it down first. Yes, wrote.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we are going to talk about the treatment. So whenever it's a liability in the below liability, you have to write what is the name of that liability. Outstanding wages. If it's outstanding wages, if it's outstanding salary, you will write. If it's outstanding rent, you have to write. If it's outstanding interest. But in our question, wages outstanding means outstanding wages. So below liability, you can write outstanding wages. You can just check a PDF, understand, then you can write it down. And then what you will do, below that outstanding wages, how much outstanding wages is given in our question? 200 rupees. So 200 rupees you can write. The first impact, it's a liability. Always whenever you are seeing outstanding expenses, it's a liability. You have to do in this way only. Written.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you are going to subtract from capital. I will explain why we are subtracting. So first you subtract from capital minus 200 rupees. Add in liability 200 outstanding wages. Subtract from capital 200 rupees. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see. Now why we are subtracting? Again there is a rule. What is that rule? Suppose any expenses, you have to write it down dear, that important note now, and revise every time when you do accounting equation. These are the rules which will be helping you to solve the questions. What is the rule? Whenever any expenses happens in business, like this outstanding expenses, it has taken place but payment has not been made, whether payment is made or not, if any expense takes place in business, you have to subtract from the capital. What I said, if any expense has taken place in our business, whether it has been paid by cash or not, like outstanding not paid by cash but expenses has taken place, you have to subtract from capital. So write it down. Yes, written dear. Yeah, write it down.
Ma'am,
Yes dear.
ma'am, shouldn't the asset and the capital be always same?
You are asking whether assets and capital will not be same. You are asking this only. Yes.
Ma'am, I was asking that if shouldn't asset and the capital always be the same?
No dear, no, because what is the accounting equation? The equation should fit in each and every transaction, okay? See, assets equals to liabilities plus capital. If liability is 0, for example, if there is no liability in any particular transaction, then you are saying it will work like assets may be equal to capital. But if there is any liability, then you have to add liability plus capital, that will be equal to assets. It depends on the question. Like if you see the first, okay, what will be the first transaction? Cash and capital only. There will be no liability when you start any business. In this particular question I am saying, so cash is an asset, capital, so in this way you can say assets equals to capital because there is liability 0. but you have to show the liability. You have to write liability plus capital. In place of liability, you have to write 0. Okay, like simply you can't say assets equal to capital, never. That is the wrong equation. The correct accounting equation is always assets equals to liabilities plus capital only. In place of liability, if no liability, you can write 0. That's a different thing. But directly, you can never say assets equals to capital. You have to show equation in this way only. Assets are always equals to liability plus capital. Understood, Manjusha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Any doubt? Any other doubt you're having?
No, ma'am.
Till here you wrote everything now. All the important notes also write simultaneously, whatever I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next. Now new equation will come, because once you add one equation, the new equation takes place. So what is the new equation now? Cash will remain the same, 48,000. Why? Because wages outstanding, we are not paying any cash. That's the reason where this will remain the same. And wages outstanding is the liability, so equal to one liability is created, 200 rupees outstanding wages, plus capital has also decreased. Since it is an expense and the rule says whether expenses are paid or not, once the expense takes place, you have to deduct from capital. So last capital balance was 48,000. Expenses has taken place, we didn't pay. So you have to subtract 200 rupees. Now what will be the new equation? In capital, it will be 47,800. Now if you add liability plus capital, you will get 48,000. How? 48,000 asset side cash balance is there, equals to liability 200 plus capital 47,800. If you add together, you will get 48,000. In each and every equation, you can check in this way whenever new equation is formed, whether assets equals to liability plus capital or not. Understood, dear?
No, ma'am.
Not understood?
No, ma'am, I did not understand.
Okay, what you didn't understand, tell me. Which, where you are strucking?
Ma'am,
Yes, ask me.
ma'am, you explained now about the new equation, right, ma'am?
Yeah. See, new equation.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me. Okay, new equation you didn't understand. Okay. See, how you got this new equation? How you got this new equation? Whenever, see, first equation was cash and capital, and second equation was that salary paid. Whenever we add the second equation, then the new equation comes. So second was salary paid, so we deducted from cash and from capital. Then the new equation came, 48,000. Cash balance now with business is 48,000. You agree, na? New equation. 50,000 minus 2,000, 48,000. Then at that time liability was 0. But capital also we subtracted, because salary is an expense. So 2,000 we subtracted from 50,000 capital. So we got 48,000 capital balance after doing first and second equation. Till here you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Now what about the third equation? What is the third transaction? If you read, wages outstanding is our third equation, na? In wages outstanding, what you did? Wages outstanding, no cash reduced. That is because we didn't make payment of any cash, na? So in business, how much cash is there now? 48,000. Cash remains the same. See, whenever any new equation takes place, you have to see where it is affecting, whether it is affecting in assets or liability or capital. You have to check. If you see this transaction, wages outstanding, it is not affecting any asset. It will affect asset only when you make the payment. You are not making any payment, so cash remains the same. Now business is having this 48,000 cash. No need to touch the cash, na? What about liability? One liability has increased in business. Wages outstanding, as I told you, it's a liability. Since it expenses taken place, we didn't make the payment. It's a liability. So in place of liability, one liability added, outstanding wages, 200 rupees. Now what about capital? Before the capital was 48,000. Now there will be impact on capital also, because again the concept you have to apply what I said, whether any expenses paid or not paid. Once happened in business, you have to subtract from capital. That is the rule you have to follow. So outstanding expenses means already expenses have taken place in the business, but business didn't make the payment. So what I said, whether expenses paid or not, it has taken place means you have to subtract from capital. That is the reason this 200 rupees outstanding wages we are subtracting from capital. So now the capital balance will become 47,800. One liability will, new liability created, 200 rupees, that is outstanding wages. Cash remains untouched. No, we didn't make any payment out of the cash now. So 48,000 cash will remain same. Outstanding wages is created 200 rupees in liability side. Capital reduced and has become 47,800. Is it clear to you now, the new equation?
Yes, ma'am.
In this way, each and every equation you have to do. Now, in fourth transaction, you have to do solve it, then a new equation will come. See, now what is the fourth equation? Interest due but not paid. In important note, write it down. The other name for outstanding expenses is, in this way also they will give in your exam. Interest due but not paid is also outstanding expense. They may say salary due but not paid. It is outstanding expense. They may say rent due but not paid. It is outstanding expense. So interest due but not paid. Any expenses due but not paid is outstanding expense. So the other name for outstanding expenses is in this way. Interest due but not paid. You first write it down as important note, then we will talk. Like this you can write outstanding expense, in bracket you can write interest slash salary slash rent slash due but not paid, so that you can understand that outstanding expenses means this also. You can write in this way for your understanding only. Yes, written, Manjusha?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you understanding what I am explaining? Outstanding expenses means interest due but not paid, or salary due but not paid, or rent due but not paid. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now tell me the treatment. If interest due but not paid is an outstanding interest, then tell me the treatment in accounting equation. I already taught you this 100 rupees without seeing the solution in PDF. Tell me if it's wrong, no issue, I will teach you. Don't see the solution. Tell me what you understood.
Ma'am, if outstanding wage is a liability,
Yeah.
then the interest would also be a liability.
Excellent. Then
So if liability, and according to the rule, if we're adding in the liability, then if we're adding something, giving a payment in the business, then it should be automatically subtracted from the capital.
whether the payment is made by cash or not. Okay, the rule, you should read the rule very very clearly, dear. Like, expenses should take place in business, not payment. Okay, expenses should happen in our business. Whether paid in cash or not is not necessary. If any expenses takes place, 100% you will subtract from capital. If suppose the expenses happened in business is already paid, you will subtract from cash, you will subtract from capital. If expenses happened in business yet to be paid, you cannot subtract from cash, but you can show it as a liability under the liability and you can subtract from capital. Now got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So interest due but not paid, this 100 rupees, now show it. Now show the treatment. Under liability, already outstanding wages you have shown, right? Below liability.
Yes, ma'am.
Now one more liability has increased. Already outstanding wages is liability, still liability because no payment has been made. And after that you can add one more liability plus outstanding interest. And you have to write full form, dear. I have written short form. OS means outstanding. You write full form. Don't use short form, okay? You have to write the full form. Outstanding wages, outstanding salary, outstanding interest. Whatever given in question, write in full form. Never use any short form like me. So one new liability created in this equation, and from capital you just subtract that 100 rupees. You have to subtract from capital also.
Ma'am,
Yes?
do I have to add the liability or subtract that as well?
Liability you have to add, dear. Liability we can't subtract. We can subtract liability only when the payment is made, right? Now still the liability you have to show. What is the meaning of adding liability? Means now in our business two liabilities are there. What is the meaning of this? When you are adding outstanding wages plus outstanding interest under liability, what does it show to us? It means in our business presently we are having two liabilities to be paid off. One is wages we need to pay to our workers who worked for us but we didn't make the payment. At the same time, outstanding interest. Maybe we have taken loan from bank or any financial institution. We didn't pay the interest. We didn't make the payment of interest. Now we have to make the payment. So two liabilities still pending. That is the meaning of this. So you have to add outstanding wages plus outstanding interest. From capital, you will subtract. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
After solving each and everything, you have to just put like this one line, okay? Completing one equation, you will put this line.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. This is a part of the format only. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me what will be the new equation, you tell me.
In the new equation, asset would be 48,000.
Yeah, why you didn't subtracted this outstanding interest? Can you tell me 100 rupees?
Because we are not taking anything from the asset, from the cash.
Excellent.
We are not paying from it.
Excellent. Then tell me, make me understand. Now I am student. I am your student. You are my teacher. Explain me.
If you are not paying any expense from the cash, then the asset will remain the same. While the liability.
Yes, liability. You are on the right track, dear. Tell me. Yeah, liability. What about liability?
The liability would be added.
Very good. One new liability will be created in the business. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Yes.
The capital would be subtracted.
Okay. Can you tell me why you are subtracting from capital even though you didn't make the payment of interest?
Because the rule says that when any expense happens, whether a payment has been done or not, we must subtract from the capital.
Very good. So you are going to score centum in accounts. This shows good. Very good, dear. Throughout the year, you should study in this way only, not only for one day, okay?
Yes.
Very good, dear. Okay. So have you finished till here?
Yes, ma'am.
We will move to next. Now, this is, I think, the last, okay? Rent paid in advance. This is again a new concept. You have to understand. Rent paid in advance. First, I will make you understand, then we will do. See, rent paid in advance is always an asset for any business. Now I will tell how it is an asset for any business. Rent paid in advance is called prepaid expense. It is an expense but prepaid. Like before the time, before getting any services, we are making payment of the expense. We means business. Suppose I have taken a room for rent. Now the landlord is asking 2 months rent in advance. Okay. Suppose per month 2000 rupees is the rent. So from June 1st, I am taking a room for rent. So June 1st itself, the landlord is asking you have to make 2 months rent in advance. You have to make the payment in advance for 2 months. That is 4000 rupees. First you make the payment, then you take the room for rent. So June 1st, just I have occupied, I have come and I am going to start the business. But before taking the service, now I am not staying in the room. I have not yet started the business. I didn't use the room for throughout the entire month I didn't used. Before using it, I am paying the advance. That is asset. Now how any expense paid in advance is an asset for any business? Now see, what is the meaning of asset? What I told you, there are two meanings. Okay, so the first meaning is what? Anything which gives you benefit in future. What I said? Anything, you can write it down also. Assets means anything which give the business benefit in future, not immediately. Immediately if anything gives benefit, that is also an asset, like cash. Immediately whenever we want, it will benefit us if we are having in our pocket. But there are some assets which will give us benefit in the long run. So suppose I am paying rent in advance, then this for 2 months means 2 months I can enjoy the services. Now the for landlord it's the liability, right? Because now landlord cannot allow this room to any other person, since he or she has taken rent from us in advance. So he need to provide us the service. He will allow us to stay at least for 2 months. Even if I don't pay the rent, I can stay for 2 months since I paid in advance the expenses. After 2 months, if I don't make any payment, he will tell me to just get lost. Are you understanding, dear? Manjusha, are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is what you can write it down, dear. In important notes, just put the star or put dot or numbering. It's up to you, whatever you feel convenient. Make proper notes. Now what the rule says, whenever any expenses are paid in advance, it is an asset for the business. Name of that asset is prepaid expense. You just write it down. Any expense paid in advance are called prepaid expenses. Like that you can write it down. And it is an asset for any business. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
You understood this point, this concept. So in our business, whenever any expenses are paid in advance, means before receiving the services, it is known as prepaid expenses. And what is the treatment of prepaid expenses? It is always treated as an asset. Why? Because in future business will get benefit. Any doubt to be asked in this prepaid expense as an asset? Okay. Now, yeah. So this rent paid, whenever this paid word comes now, you should understand it is an expense. Okay. So rent paid means it is an expense. But what type of expense? In advance. So it is an asset. What I said, any expense paid in advance is an asset. So this is an expense paid by the business but in advance. So it is an asset now. Now what is the treatment? Whenever we are paying any expenses in advance, cash is going outside the business. We have to make the payment, right? So cash is reducing. One asset will reduce cash. So what you will do? How much the amount? 150 is the amount. And how much cash available at present? 48,000. From 48,000 you have to subtract 150 rupees. Why you are subtracting? You are paying rent and in advance, okay, but you are anyways you are making the payment, means from where you will make the payment? From business cash only, na? So from cash you will subtract 150 rupees. Then what you will do? What I said, it is an asset. So one new asset is created in our business. Now what is the name of that asset? Prepaid rent. So cash, already we are having one asset in our business. One more asset is adding. One new asset is adding into the business. So after cash you can add there cash plus prepaid rent. Exactly below prepaid rent you have to write 150 rupees. Any doubt, dear? Okay. Now equals to rest of them remains the same. There is no change in liability, no change in capital. We have nothing to do with liability or capital for rent paid in advance. So whenever any expenses paid in advance comes, you have to follow this rule. Any expense paid in advance means first you have to subtract from cash, then you have to show it as one new asset. Okay, like prepaid rent, it may be prepaid in anything, we don't know, prepaid salary or whatever given in question, you can do it. Now can you tell me the final, this is the final equation. Why we are writing final equation? Because this is the last equation, after that the question ends. So no new equation, you have to write the final equation. Can you tell me final equation? Can you explain?
Yes, miss.
Yeah.
I mean, from assets, we have to subtract 150 rupees.
Yeah, from cash. 48,000, the last, you see the last new equation, it is 48,000, na? Cash balance
Yes,
available now. From there only, yeah, tell me 150, okay?
From there, we'll subtract 150 rupees. So, 47,850 rupees.
Yeah.
And the prepaid rent will be the same because we already paid it.
Yeah. Okay.
And the liability will also stay the same and the capital will stay the same.
Excellent. So you just now write it down the final equation and finish the question, dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Till here any doubt, Manjusha? How you are feeling about accounts? How the subject is?
As of now, it's easy, ma'am.
You are feeling easy, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. At home you have started studying the theory part, the first chapter. I think introduction to accounting is the first chapter. Theory, actually first 3-4 chapters is completely theory. Practical chapter starts from here only. This is the first practical numerical chapter in accounts in 11th, accounting equation. After this all chapters are full complete practical.
Yes, ma'am.
So have you started studying the theory portions?
A little bit, not fully, but I've started a little bit.
Okay, little bit is okay because your school also didn't start. Now from 17th onwards you are going to school?
Yeah, maybe, ma'am. We haven't shifted yet.
Okay, okay. Yeah, your mother said. Okay, fine, fine. No issues, dear. These two sums you please practice at home, okay? Yeah, that first sum half you said it was clear. Again try the another half and full sum, try to solve it without anybody's help, like without the PDF or without seeing your notes, try to solve it. And after that the second question also try to solve it. And your sister's book you are having, that old book T.S. Gerewal, she is having for class 11th, Amrita, T.S. Gerewal book is there.
And we have to check once, I'm not sure.
Okay, fine. If she is having, ask her and start doing the questions, okay? Start practicing it. Till here no doubts, right?
Yes, ma'am, no doubt.
Okay. So today till here we will keep. In the next class, next question we will be solving, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, bye.